Comments by City Administrator.
Thank you. I thought I would go ahead and give a brief update on several of the projects going on around town. Let you know that all of them are on schedule or ahead of schedule. Probably the one that I guess I've probably had the most questions about most recently has been the intersection of Harbin and Fry. That was warranty work at that intersection, and our engineers and the contractor have put an epoxy seal with I'm going to call it a fine gravel, but it's created a nice finish. It's hard, solidified, and the concrete itself had plenty of steel in it, rebar. The concrete was good. Again, it just was having that flaky occurrence on the top, and this has been well proven to be a very good and successful remedy to try to help provide a good surface for that particular piece of concrete. And it appears that it's really worked out very well, and we're very excited about how it's working. They have finished that intersection, and I think all they lack is putting down the stripes and the buttons, and we should be complete at that intersection hopefully within the next short period of time, all of which is scheduled to be done prior to school starting August 23rd. So we understand our deadline here. Ollie Street, I will tell you that all the bricks have been removed. If you have not been down Ollie Street now from Fry to Jones, it's a dusty mess. Be sure you wear a mask. But it's going very well. The base underneath has been very stable. All the utility work's been done. If you go and look on the east side of the road, they've torn out and are working towards getting all the sidewalks and begin start some of the concrete improvements. Again, they're very well ahead of schedule, and again, pending any rain, which as much as I would enjoy some rain, I need it to hold off just a little bit. That project will be done well before school gets started. The other area of construction that many of you have seen, the utility work that's been going on Long Street from the railroad tracks to Alexander Road. They're just about complete with the utility work, very near completion of that, and then they will begin putting down the base and grading it for the street resurface that will occur there in that area. And the lay down, the asphalt should get laid down most likely by the same contractor, kind of all in one continuous time, both Ollie and Long Street. So I'm real excited about that. The last project I want to kind of give you some update on, because I know a lot of people have asked about it. We have some Boy Scouts that are going to continue to help complement some of the work that we're doing, and that is the Bosque River Trail. Construction's been going very well. If you can walk on it at night now. The lights are coming on at night. They have not completed all the finished grade work and the landscaping. They are working currently. If you go down Long Street, Mentor is the last one before the low water crossing that Mr. Perez is going to work on helping us clean up. That is Mentor Street. If you were to turn on Mentor Street, you should be able to see a significant amount of concrete work, curb, gutter, the sidewalk where the trail is coming around. And they just completed a lot of those pours this last week, and again, we should start seeing some quicker resolution. They have plenty of days on their contract. Their goal was to try to be completed by July 31st, but I'll tell you, because of some of the unusual rains that did delay some of that project. But again, they're on it. They're very efficient, and we hope to see, hopefully by the end of this month, and I'd like to say by the time school starts, that all these projects will have been completed up to this point in time. So we're very excited, and we're seeing some final things. The last one I really would like to report, and I know it's listed down here, and I'll just tell you I'm excited about it because it's finally done right. The outfall for the stormwater drainage project is it's done right, and if you haven't gone by to see it, I encourage you to do so now. But we should not have any more erosion along that curve in the river, and this should allow us now, which I've talked to the Corps of Engineers, should allow our wetlands project, and in particular that river improvement, to begin hopefully soon. I think we've kind of all been waiting to see how this final piece was going to be on that curve, but it looks good. And we did get some significant rains right after it was completed, and I'll tell you that it worked very well as well. So I'm glad to kind of see that starting to wrap up, and we'll be talking about some new projects for the coming year next week. Monday night at 5:30. The mayor tells me that she thinks we can be done in one night, and I love her optimism. So we'll go with that.
Well, I'm in charge. I think it's a really good goal. Mark, the bricks that have been removed on Ollie Street, have those been, do we keep those, clean those for restoration of our existing brick streets?
We do keep all of those. We actually have a large stockpile that will be used for either community service, rainy day projects, or whatever, where we've actually even had some inmates help us stack and clean and stack some of those in the past. So we'll be doing that, but we do have them all. We keep all of those, and we'll use them for Brick Street restoration projects. We've actually been talking to the museum, letting them use some of those to possibly do some internal roads with brick streets in that museum property. So there's been several different ideas, and again, we do not throw them away and or put them in the landfill. We are preserving those for future use.
And I've had a couple of inquiries about the high grass and weeds along both sides of the Bosque River Trail. Is that just going to fall under landscaping once they complete the trail?
It is, and we've actually talked to the contractor about getting out there and at a minimum mowing it down, but so
Okay.
we have talked to the contractor about those same issues.
Okay. Further
But
question?
technically, it is still river property, and it could grow up that way, but
Yeah.
I don't like to see our new improvements look that way. So.
Especially when you're crossing the bridge and you can see both sides. It will look very nice once it's completed.
Yes, it will.